Hello everyone, Animaicus here. So I wanted to do a tier list for the Haikyuu matches and just list my favorites down the list. Yeah, I don't think there's any more explanation that's needed. Haikyuu is one of my favorite series, so ranking its matches is going to be heaps of fun for me. Hopefully I can deduce what the matches are based on those little images there. Shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So that first image seems to be like the second Date Tech match that Karasuno has. This is like right after. Oh, by the way, spoilers for like the whole series, all the way to the end of the manga. So spoilers for the whole thing. But yeah, the first match seems to be Date Tech versus Karasuno number two. And this match is a lot of focus on Kageyama's development, essentially like the return of the king, where he gets the crown again. That's majority of what the match is, and the rest of it is just Datetek kind of kicking their ass at the start and then them finding their footing again. It also has that cool scene where it's implied that Datetek will be really a big contender like the following year. And while we don't really get to see that because of how Haikyuu's story pans out, we do have that one image where we find out that Karasuno loses to them, which I thought was pretty cool. It is kind of like a nod to this match and that end part. But yeah, definitely the favorite part is definitely Kageyama reclaiming the crown because he realized that he was just being too passive. Like he thought that what happened in middle school was going to happen again, so he decided to become more passive. And then Atsuma's like, actually, you need to, you need to be more assertive. You need to say what you want. You need to stop allowing your uh, spikers to continue their bad habits. And he was in turmoil because of that. But then after a bit, he figures out that, well, in certain places he can be assertive, in certain places he doesn't need to be. He can be more passive, like in training. Like in training spaces, you're supposed to be passive, and that's what was annoying Kageyama in this match because his team were trying out new things, testing their abilities, and this was a space where he was supposed to actually be passive, but then he had recently just felt the like the glory of working with people who are really on that high level and yeah, just like seeing that he also needs to kind of push himself because that is kind of who he is. Like deep down, he is the king, and he does want everyone to do their best, and he wants to raise them up. Like that's just at the core of who he is. So this match goes a lot into that, and personally, like it's one of my favorite chapters, the one where he gets the crown. So I'm gonna actually put it in A because I love it a lot. It's short, it's sweet, does the job personally. All right, Date. Oh, okay, that's the first one. Now this one's kind of iconic. I don't know if people like how I place it. It is like the first match where I'm like, this was kind of intense. I mean, Nekoma versus Karasuno, the first match, like that one was the first real match in my opinion. But this one felt like there were stakes, like genuine stakes, while that one still felt like a training, because it was a training. So yeah, this one I do like. But by the way, I basically love this series, so everything I essentially just like it all. But this one, I'm going to put it in B for now. I mean, Nishinoya's save is awesome. Obviously, Asahi gets his development in this one as well. But and I do like Aone a lot. Like he's pretty cool. But honestly, I still prefer that Kageyama development match just for that development. Like yeah, I'm just gonna put it at B. Um, this one, what the hell is this one? I can barely see. Oh, it's Tsubakihara. Okay, so this is just like that, like in the beginning of Nationals. This is like the first people that they defeat. Now this one has some good moments here and there, like Kageyama adjusting, which was cool. Um, and yeah, the backstory is okay. It's not that great. I'd probably put it at a C because we knew they were going to win. So I just leave it at that. This one, is this the first match? I have no idea. Let's see. Let me just quickly look through. No, that's okay. That's the one where they get defeated. Um, that's their redo. I'm pretty sure this is the first match with. Oh yeah, it's training. Yep, this is the first match just against Alba Josai, and this is when Oikawa comes at the end. This one, I mean, it shows like the development well, but I'm just gonna chuck it in D. It didn't really do that much for me, but I think it it's timed well though. Like it's all about Kageyama and how he's changed since middle school, and then Oikawa comes at the end, which makes for good setup. I'm sure there's more other stuff that happens, but I'm just gonna chuck it at D for now. All right, this one is Nekoma versus Nohebi. This is a good one. I do like this one. I remember when I first read it, I wasn't sure how much I liked it because I guess I hadn't fallen in love with Nekoma's team just yet. But now I do have fond memories of this one, and there's a lot of good development for Lev in this one. And Kura and the captain of Nohebi have like a good dynamic as well. I especially like that last scene where there's people who they're basically talking crap about Nohebi's playstyle, and Kura says actually the best thing about them is their receives, even though they do all this, shady shit essentially. They actually have like some really good players. Yeah, I just thought that was cool. All right, I'm gonna place this here. Yeah, that feels like a good placement. Oh, this one. I mean, I'm checking this in S like immediately. I love this last match. It's so good. I mean, there's just so much good development. I'm kind of surprised that this came up so early. Yeah, I mean, what do I like about it? I mean, I like everything about this. I love Kageyama's backstory in this match. It's just amazing. That's my favorite chapter, just in the whole series. Yeah, it's just very good for him. It's very touching. It recontextualizes the whole series, in my opinion. I mean, it's something we kind of already knew, but just to see it, it was just really great. Not only that, we got to see, I mean, just so many things. We get to see, like, Hinata's return and everything that he's learned. I mean, there's so many chapters. Like, we get to see Atsumu, like, there's focus on him, and then what happened to Kita and how he's, like, the farmer. And, I mean, just there's just so much that I could talk about. But I'm like, I probably should get through this list. How about this? How about this? I'll first do the list, and then specific things that I actually want to talk about within matches, I'll say it at the end because I have more opinions on the S tier. Yeah, at the end. Now another S tier match, which is Karasuno versus Shiratorizawa. I mean, this is like the final, like the finals of the Miyagi Prefecture, and this was great. Like, this is definitely my personal favorite of the Miyagi. So yeah, I thought this was awesome. It has like even Ushijima's backstory is really good in this one. Tendo's one is good. Shiratorizawa feels like a really fleshed out cast. Like, I really enjoyed them. Um, and yeah, just like defeating them was incredibly hype. I liked all of the challenges that was presented, especially with Ushijima's character with his like left hand spin and all of that stuff. And not just with the match, we have Suki's moment, which was just incredible. I mean, like, that's like one of the best moments in the whole series, hands down. Like Nishinoya's double receive, even like Shirabu's like little backstory chapter. There's just so many things I like about this one. Ukai's moment, where he says volleyball is game where you look up, like that's really nice as well. There's just so many, so many good things. I feel like there's something else that I wanted to mention about this. What was it? Yeah, I thought the anime adaptation was just incredible for this one. Like, I really, really loved this match. I will put it behind that last match in the series, but it's very close. Like, it's a really good one. This is Karasuno versus Seijoh number 2. I'm gonna put this in A and right at the front of A. This is a great, great match. The only reason why I put it at A instead of S is because I'm not that big of a fan of Mad Dog or his like story arc, and that does take some time. But I mean, A is still pretty high, right? Like, this is like the front of A. Like, I wouldn't call like, for example, the second placement I've put at A, like, that's not at the front of A. That's just probably right at the back. This is like at the front of A. Like, this is a really good match. Yamaguchi's moments are just great. The dynamic between Kageyama and Oikawa is amazing. Like, I specifically love that little backstory piece that we get for Oikawa, where he has that trainer, and he's like, maybe think about your limits after you've actually done everything that you can to actually reach those limits, which I thought was great. And that final rally is just incredible. It probably has one of the best finishes. I think it might be my favorite finisher, especially how it was done in the anime, where like you see Oikawa about to actually get that ball, but then he hits the other guy's arm, and it like keeps flashing with his face. At least in the anime, I feel like it was just one of the best finishes, and the intensity is just really, really high. So many good things. So many really good things from this one. Really, I feel like this match really showcased Furudate's writing skills for matches, actually. Like, it really set like a new standard. And the fact that he was able to follow up with Shiratorizawa right after shows his skill. Okay, this one. I do remember this one. I don't remember what the name of the group is. I think it's Tokonami. Um, oh, I think the place I dropped it is good. I'm just going to leave it there. I don't really have much to say about this one other than it's just one of those like starting matches where you know they're going to lose. So, Jozenji, interesting. I will probably put them at the start of C. The playful. The reason why I'm putting it at the start is mostly just because their manager is a very interesting character. I like what Furudate does with the manager. I think she's cool. I think the pep talk she gives to the team is fun. It's zany. It's fun. It doesn't overstay its welcome. So I think it's a good match. But I think C is a good place spot for it. This one, crap. I have no idea what this is. That is not good. Genuinely have no idea. Is this the winners and losers one? Where it's like Karasuno's return? Oh, the one with where they fight Ikejiri. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that to the end. Alright, Nekoma and yep, part 1. Probably put this. Actually, that's a good placement for it. Yeah. So the Nekoma match was like, I think it was the part where I was like, okay, this is a good show. I'm gonna like really continue with it because it felt like there was a lot of potential being built up with their dynamics. I want to talk more about Nekoma in like the later match. So, oh wait, hold up. Is this? That's not the first match, is it? No. This is the Nekoma versus Karasuno match. Period. I don't see it anywhere else from the looks of it. Think. Oh, actually, no, it is here. That's a Nekoma match. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the first one. All right, I was right. Yeah, I'll place it here. I did enjoy this one. It was a good dynamic. All right, versus the giant dude. This one's quick. Probably here. Not much to say. I was kind of hoping, like, I like that he returns during the training camp, like the 2 meter guy. But there's really not much to say about him. He's more interesting in the training camp. As for this match, it's more just his introduction. Yeah, quick, one and done kind of thing. All right, who's this? Oh, Kamomedai. This is my favorite. So this is my personal favorite one. This is so good. The Kamomedai match has just like the tone. I just love the tone. It has this like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe like the atmosphere and the tone of this match, but it's just really special to me. I love all the development that Asahi goes through. That stuff just great. Like the moment where Suki clowns Hoshiyumi was awesome. It was just such a smart way to do it. I love how the blocking is. I feel like the blocking system in this one is just so good. Like, and the way like Hinata tries to like get through it, where he's like constantly changing his tempo, doing random stuff because that's what makes it hard for blockers. Like, it just feels like he's just doing so many things. We get to have that amazing moment where we see the little giant. We have the amazing moment where we get to see him, like he's being rooted by, as in rooted for by Washio, where he like pumps his fist and he's like, yes, like that all those years he's been like too short. Like he can kind of live through Hinata in a certain way. So just giving that approval to him, which was a great moment. The backstory for Hiragami is just amazing. It's such a great backstory about burnout. Yeah, there's just so many good things. It's just amazing. Yeah, and just like the showdown between Hinata and Hoshiyumi is really good. Hoshiyumi's backstory is also really good. Yeah, I mean, it's just like the general tone. Like, oh, and obviously the end. Why am I forgetting? Like the end, like chapter 365, which is when the fever chapter, and Takeda tells Hinata that this is still volleyball. Like all of that is just exceptional stuff. Yeah, 365 is my second favorite chapter. It's just really, really good. Yeah, just a really good match. The reason why I have it above the final showdown between Hinata and Kageyama is because I feel like it's actually really tightly written, and it just seamlessly flows. While like I don't necessarily think that last match seamlessly flows because it feels like more of a culmination of everything. But when I read or reread Kamomedai, it just feels like this is the best that Haikyuu has to offer. I genuinely believe that. Okay, next one. Oh yes, Mujinazaka and versus Fukurodani. I love this match. I love this match so much. I love seeing Bokuto come into his own. I liked Kiryu. He was a great character. He's probably the Kiryu is probably the character that I ended up liking the quickest. He gave him like a backstory in like the second chapter of the match, I think. Like just immediately. Maybe it was even the first. I don't even know. But and then you just immediately he's just like a good character and I'm already like rooting for him. Like it was like that immediate. I'm like, and Furudachi is really good at doing that for all characters, but like for this one, I was like, wow, like he really got me just immediately. So this one was great, and one of the things that made it so good was Akashi, like his whole thing about like task focus and wanting to like subconsciously almost like control Bokuto and realizing that, and then coming into his own and just being able to focus on what he needs to do and just all of that. And then the backstory with Bokuto, where he's kind of been alone because of his obsession with volleyball his whole life, and finding Fukurodani was like a big thing for him. So, and yeah, him also coming into his own. So just all of that was just really great. I am going to put that. Honestly, I like it more than Seijoh Part 2. I know that's kind of like a crazy call because it really is just like a random match, but I don't know. I just really like it. Oh, Inarizaki. This is here. This is great. Inarizaki is such a good match. I don't think I even need to explain why it's such a good match. You have the receive, you have the moment between Nishinoya and crap, I forgot his name. But you know who I'm talking about, like the guy who's in the background and he kind of like wants to do something on the court, but he realizes that he can't. But then Nishinoya is like, "Hey, you actually helped me do my sets," and it's like a big thing, and they're like kind of fist bump and all that stuff. Um, yeah, like that scene's great. Tanaka's moment is really good. Um, yeah, and the speed thing, like at the end of the match, there's this block, like when they block the ball, and you get to see like Kita's eyes shining in the anime and all of that stuff. And I'm pretty sure that happens in the manga as well. It's just so good. It's so intense. Um, yeah, and Hinata's development, like doing the receive, um, take it easy, like that moment, just the whole thing, and the entire team is just great. Like Inarizaki is a great team. Like they're very fleshed out. Atsumi is one of my favorite characters, and his backstory one where he has like this competitive nature with his twin brother, and how they raise each other up. All of that is just really good. And I mean, there's other stuff as well where what do you call it? Like uh, like Kageyama kind of putting his hands together. Where he becomes like the Serene King. Like that's great. Like that was such a good payoff with all the goody two shoes stuff and all of that. Just really, really good stuff there. Um, yeah, all right. Next one. So this is Nekoma versus Fukurodani. I mean, I like this just because of how quick and bombastic it is. It's just fun. Like I don't know. It's just like feels like fun shonen stuff. It's just really fun. Yeah, I'm gonna check it here. Yeah. Wakunan, honestly, I never got into this one that much. I am going to put it. Yeah, I just put it dead last. That is not a fair position for that match because it's actually not a badly written match at all. Like Enoshita has development and all that stuff, but I just don't care. I don't know. Like every time in my rewatches, I just never cared about it. So I'm just gonna leave it there. What is this? Oh, this must be Sarukawa versus Nekoma. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm gonna put this here. I actually like this more than I'm gonna put it here. I especially enjoyed this one in the anime. Like just the way they did it, the focus on Kenma, on guts and all that stuff. Yeah, I just thought it was really good. All right, Karasuno's first loss. Pretty good stuff. I'm gonna check it here. Yeah, I'm gonna check it here. Yeah, just I mean, not much to say. Just all the tension within Kageyama, and yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go through this one. I feel like it's just a known one. So there we go. Nekoma versus Karasuno. This is a great one. I am gonna put it here. Yeah, this is just a really, really good match. Sometimes it does drag a little bit just with the pacing of it, but actually it's paced pretty well overall. Like Inarizaki actually has a bit of a pacing issue in the first set. The second set is paced just beautifully. First set does have a little bit of pacing issues, but this one, yeah, especially that last set is just great. Just so many parallels, so many well done things. Like Kenman's moment where he flops on the floor and says like, "Yes, this is fun," just amazing. Like that's probably like one of the best chapters Furodani has ever made. It's even extended, so like the art is just pristine. He just goes crazy. Like he goes crazy on the art. Like it's just so good. Yeah, such a great match. I think this is the first match between Hinata and Kageyama, so I'm just gonna put that there. Yeah. Oh, actually, this one. I mean, this is alright. Let's check that. Yeah, I'm not gonna really give any thoughts. I'm gonna take this one as winners and losers, and that's a good one. So I'm gonna put that here. That's probably a good placement. All right, so this is my ranking. So we got Kamomedai number 1. We got the last match number 2. We've got Inarizaki number 3, Shiratorizawa number 4, Karasuno versus Nekoma number 5. Yeah, Mujinazaka versus Fukurodani number 6. Then the rematch with Seijoh number 7. Losing to Seijoh number 8. And yeah, that's the one where Kageyama gets the crown again. I think it's a pretty good placement. I like it. Well, of course I like it. I'm the one who ranked the bloody thing. Yeah, I thought this was pretty good. Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty tired. I was gonna like talk more about it, but I think I'm out of steam actually. I am content though with this. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My rambling, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, thanks and take care.